Hey guys, I know, I'm sorry, I know I was supposed to upload a video like forever ago, but I broke my phone, I lost all the footage I made, I just now got my phone back so I can finally make a video. So I decided that I'm gonna make this video, since I don't have any videos of my meal prep for the week and stuff like that, that I'm gonna actually just make this video a video based on my personal struggles with anxiety and depression. And for this video, I have a little bit of a special guest. I have my baby. So for those of you who don't know, this is Blue. Hey, Blue, look at the camera. Yeah, he's obviously great at videography. And he's gonna make a great YouTube sensation one day. But this is Blue. He is my dog, and he's more than just a dog to me. He's really helped me on this journey. He'll be 2 next month, or this month actually. So handsome, honey. He'll be 2 June 26th. And he's a pit husky mix, and he's a rescue, and ever since I rescued him, my anxiety has gone down. He really does help me a lot with my depression, and he does make me feel a lot better. And I'm with him all the time. He's always with me. He is the best thing that ever happened to me. So, I personally think that animals help you a lot with anxiety and depression and mental illness. They definitely make you feel better. They definitely release those endorphins that are supposed to be released, based on my experience. Now, if you're not a pet person, I'm sure it doesn't work the same, but they definitely help me out a lot. So, let's get into this story, shall we? I have always had anxiety, but I was not always depressed. As a kid, when I was about 5 or 6 years old, I've always been a very high-strung person. I've always been loud. I've always been obnoxious. That has always just been me. And when I was about 5 or 6 years old, the teachers at my school were convinced I had ADD. And I get it, when you're 5 or 6 and you can't sit down and you can't concentrate, it makes sense. They think you have ADD. So I went on ADD medication for a very long time. However, just recently we found out I was misdiagnosed. And I just have very high anxiety disorder. So now I'm on medication for that. I am on Lexapro. I take it every day, and it has helped for the most part. Obviously, there's some days that it doesn't help. Now you can tell I'm a little nervous about making this video. So, because I don't really like talking about my anxiety, but I think it's important to talk about. So he is doing what he can to help calm me down, which in his head is lots of licking and snuggles. And I definitely appreciate it. I ended up having to move inside because I could not stand the birds. And I guess, I don't know, these videos are probably going to be cringy for a very long time until I figure out the whole thing. But anyways, back onto my depression. I was an extremely happy kid until about 4th and 5th grade. I have 2 parents that love me to death. I am very thankful for them. It's nothing to do with them. I got bullied severely when I was in 4th grade. Now, I'm 100% Italian. I'm actually Sicilian. And Italians and Sicilians, we are very hairy people. My natural hair is not red, obviously. My natural hair is dark brown, basically a black. And at this elementary school I went to, our uniform was skirts. So it's like the little skirts with like the shorts on the inside. Cute! You're 5! Or, well, 9. I was in 4th grade, 9. What? I didn't shave my legs at 9 years old. I'm so sorry. And I was called Chewbacca every day of my life. From 4th grade to 8th grade. And it fucking hurt. It really hurt. I remember this one time, before I even knew that I was Chewbacca. I was trying to run to the swing set, but I heard all these guys coming up behind me saying, oh, we have to run to the swing set before Chewbacca gets there. And I just remember being like, who is Chewbacca? Like, I knew the character from Star Wars, but I was at 9 years old. I was like, there's no way Chewbacca's showing up here. I don't remember exactly how I figured it out that I was Chewbacca. It might have very well been that day. But they just kept calling me it. There was this one time that I was even people had put kick me signs on my back. If we ever watched Star Wars in class and there was a Chewbacca scene or anything that had to do with like Chewbacca, if we were watching some 80s film and Chewbacca was like in it, like memorabilia, they'd be like, oh my god, Chewbacca, you're on TV, you're famous. I remember one day I was riding my bike with my dad and these kids just passed me going, Chewbacca, Chewbacca, Chewbacca. To the point that I got so distracted, I hit my head on a pole and I fell down off my bike and I had a concussion. It was miserable. I had no friends. I had no one to talk to besides my parents. I stopped eating. I became anorexic because I never understood that it was about my hair until about 6th grade. I never got that they were calling me Chewbacca because I was hairy. I thought they were calling me Chewbacca because I was big. And if I can find a picture, I know I have at least one somewhere. I know I threw most of them out of those years just because it's so hard to look back on, that I don't like having those pictures in my house or around me. But if I can find one, I'll like put it in here. I was 45 pounds when I was 13. Yeah. And being that skinny was terrible. I didn't eat. And when I did eat, I would eat just so little, absolutely nothing. If I was forced to eat, I tried to spit it back up. I figured if I got so skinny to the point that I couldn't exist, they would have to stop making fun of me because they couldn't see me. My life was hell for a very long time. I am a lot better now. I eat healthy, I eat fine, I eat what I'm supposed to eat. I'm not starving myself anymore. It's just talking about this. I mean, I'm 20, I'll be 21 next month. But it's just still like there's so much trauma there that it's like almost like talking about it just brings you back into this very, very, very like dark space. Like I almost feel like talking about this with you guys, which I'm happy to be doing, and I'll continue to do it because I think people can learn from my story. Talking to you guys, I'm almost like back in that spot. Like I can literally see myself running to those swing sets. I remember exactly what I was wearing that day. I was wearing a light blue collared shirt and those fucking skirts that I was required to wear. And even if I didn't want to wear skirts, we had khakis, but the khakis came up to your knees, so me shaving my legs did not matter. Or if I had, like, me not shaving my legs doesn't matter. We had no long pants. We live in Florida. They weren't going to make us wear jeans to school. It was hell. There's no nice way to put it. But fast track to about, we'll stick to 8th grade. During this time, I was riding horses a lot. I grew up riding horses, and that was a very good safe space for me because when I had a friend, and it was a horse, and I could talk to the horse about anything, and her name was Dancer, and I loved her so much. I still love her to death. I heard she's doing great. She's a lesson horse. She's living her best life, and I'm so happy for her. But reality sunk in one day that I was gonna have to pay for horses myself, and I could not afford it. By the time I turned about 16, I had my first job. My parents said, all right, you can start paying for horses. Yeah. Couldn't afford it anymore, so I had to find a new outlet to function my anxiety and my depression. And that's when the gym came about. There's a gym in my neighborhood. And slowly but surely, I just like started everything out. I've been on and off with my journey, my fitness journey, since I was about 16. Because I would get to spots where I'd be like, oh, I don't need to work out today. It just never really clicked, but I still liked it. Like if I ever had a bad day, I'd go to the gym. If I ever had an anxiety attack, I'd go to the gym. Because for me, all I could focus on was, all right, this is set number 3 of 15. Lunge squats, go. And it worked for me. I mean, the gym has been my saving grace. There have been times in my life where I have been hospitalized for suicidal acts, and the gym was just always there, and it's the one consistent thing I've had in my life. Even if I wasn't consistent with it, it was always there for me. I can literally walk across the street and I have a workout. Like yesterday, I had a terrible anxiety attack. The worst one I've had in years, and like I said, I am on medication for it, but there are days that like bad things happen. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what to do with my hair. I've never really made a video like this before. I'm sorry. This is gonna be cringy as fuck. I hope you guys watch it. I hope you like it. Maybe I can edit it and make it look okay, but it's going up the way it is because this is raw and this is unfiltered, and I think that this is important. But yesterday, like I said, we've had crazy rain in the area of Florida I live in, and now Blue's playing with a toy. Crazy rain in the area I've lived in. Crazy. I get really bad anxiety with bad weather because when I was 18, that's when I first started driving. I got in an accident in crazy rain. I was on my way to work, got in an accident. My brakes gave out because of the weather. I had a very old car. It wasn't up to date. It was never really used, and I was basically rotting away, and my brakes gave out, and I slammed into the car to the point that both of our cars had to be totaled. Ever since then, I freak out if I'm not home and I'm in that type of weather, because I'm like, I have to drive. And my anxiety attack was the worst one I've ever had in my life. It got to the point that I had this uncontrollable stutter, and I've never had the stutter. So, back on track, we recently found out that I was misdiagnosed and I just have very high anxiety. I am on Lexapro now. It has helped, but there are very bad days. And I think I was just born with it. It can be genetic. In my family, a lot of people do have high anxiety, so it would make sense if I was just born with it. But my depression came on a little differently. I wasn't born depressed. I was, for the most part, a very happy kid until about 4th grade. And what had happened in... These birds need to stop, don't they? I had an uncontrollable stutter to the point that I could not make complete sentences. I had about 4 people at my job help me. This did happen at work, and sit me down and try to calm me down, but it got to the point that I had to call my dad, and my dad had to pick me up from my job because I was a mess. And to be completely honest, the only thing that kept me going and like kept me okay through all of this was the fact I knew I was going to the gym later after work. And I did. And I swear, the second I got in that gym and I started working out and lifting weights and squatting and kettlebells and whatever I did, I felt better. I just like felt this relief off of my shoulders. I know, it's almost like with every squat and lift and press and push up and plank and whatever, a little piece of my anxiety left. And that's the way fitness is for me. So like I said, I'm very excited to start this journey and to talk about how it's helped me so much. I think that this is where I'm going to end this video today. I do appreciate you guys watching it. I know this probably isn't like the best high quality video, whatever, but I'm trying. So bear with me. I promise they'll get better. But I really thought it was important to share my story and my experiences because I think that if we're going to do this together, I should be an open book. And I should sit there and you guys should know everything. Everything. Because there are days that I don't want to get out of bed, but if I think that I'm going to the gym, I'll get out of bed. I just had a phone call with a girl the other day. She called me, she's like, Gab, I haven't worked out in 3 months. I'm so over myself. She's like, I want to go, but I can't get out of bed. And we literally were on the phone for about 2 hours. And I step by step got her to the gym. And sometimes you just need a friend, and I'm trying to be that. So please, leave your stories in the comments below if you want. I would love to hear how fitness has helped you. But that's all I got for you today. That's all I have for you today. It's probably gonna be a long video, but like I said, I appreciate you guys watching. I'm sorry if this isn't what you were really looking for, but I thought, like I said, I thought this was very important. I planned on making this video at some point throughout it. I'm making a dinner tonight, so maybe I'll be able to record that and get that set up. But thank you guys. I love you. I appreciate you guys watching any and all videos that you do watch. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, that's always around. I'll leave the link in my description. I thank you guys, and have a great rest of your day. And remember, this is a journey, and we're all doing this together. And remember, if you are a bow and arrow, life is a bow and arrow, and sometimes you need to be pulled back to get pushed forward. All right.